Hey everyone, it's me, Corrie Sommers, your local Los Angeles realtor. Today we're going to do a market update. I'm going to give you a snapshot of the last 30 days in real estate here in Los Angeles. You're not going to want to miss this. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, I want to ask you to just take a moment to click the subscribe button below and the bell for updates. I'll be right back. Hey everyone, it's me, Corrie Sommers, your local Los Angeles realtor. So today we're going to be breaking down the real estate market here in Los Angeles over the last 30 days. So I really thought about this. I could give you very broad-based numbers, giving you like Los Angeles as a whole, but as many of you are aware, Los Angeles has so many different, very specific neighborhood pockets. And since I work both sides of the hill, the valley and the west side, I thought I would just kind of pick 6 areas to focus on and give you like those numbers. So we're going to talk about the number of homes that are for sale in 7 different areas, not 6. So first up is Toluca Lake, which has a total of 28 homes currently for sale on the market. Then there's Studio City with a total of 115 homes on the market. Sherman Oaks has a total of 181 homes available for sale on the market today. Encino has a total of 171 homes available for market today. And in case some of you are wondering like, oh, that's kind of high, it's actually pretty low numbers compared to volume in the past. Santa Monica has only 80 homes available on the market for sale today. Brentwood has 83 and Beverly Hills has 115. So again, as I start doing these a little bit more monthly, you're going to start to get a gauge of like where the market is headed and how these numbers are changing. So what I want to talk about next is days on market. This is the number of days a home comes to the market, goes under agreement for sale, and then closes. So it's the very beginning to the very close. So in Toluca Lake, average days on market is 29 days, which means homes are selling for a little, from start to finish, a little less than 30 days. Studio City, 40 days, again, moving very quickly, going under agreement within a week and closing in 30 days. Sherman Oaks, 29 days. Encino, 54 days. Santa Monica is 39 days. Brentwood's average days on market is 55 days, and Beverly Hills is 52. These are low numbers, which means in general, these homes are pretty much closing within less than 2 months, which, speaks to the amount of inventory we have on market. Currently, for under contract, we have a total of 9 homes under contract right now in Toluca Lake, 34 homes under contract in Studio City, 74 homes under contract in Sherman Oaks, 51 homes under contract in Encino. Then jumping over to the west side in Santa Monica, we have 25 homes under contract right now, 32 homes in Brentwood, and 16 homes under contract in Beverly Hills. Now, to help you get a grasp of what these numbers mean, so we're going to talk about inventory as a whole in these areas where they're at today versus where they were at in 2021. So in Toluca Lake, for the last 30 days, the month of June 2021, there were 32 homes on the market. Now in 2022, there's 28 homes on the market, so it's a little bit less, right? Studio City in 2021, there was 123 homes on the market. And then this year, for the month of June, there's only 115 homes on the market. So you see a decline in both these areas, right? Sherman Oaks for 2021, there was 182 homes on the market. And then in 2022, 181 homes on the market. So those numbers are kind of almost even. Encino, this one's interesting. We have a shift in the opposite direction. So in 2021, there was a total of 149 homes on the market. But in 2022, for the month of June, there was a total of 171 homes on the market. So there was a slight uptick in Encino. In Santa Monica, in 2021, there was 115 homes available for sale on the market. But in 2022, there was only 80. So again, moving in the, lack of inventory. And then Brentwood in 2021, there was 135 homes on the market during June. But here in 2022, it's only 83. So again, decline, Santa Monica, Brentwood. Beverly Hills, I'm about to share with you the same thing happened. In 2021, there was 140 homes on the market, but here in 2022, only 115 homes on the market. So it's very, very interesting because I know that the news out there really causes some people to get worried or to think, oh, there's a crash coming or something like that. But the numbers are not showing that. What the numbers are showing us is that there's still a lack of inventory and that homes are still selling quickly. Even though we have inflation, even though we've had some rising interest rates, when you really look at where the interest rate is today versus where it was at 15 years ago or 25 years ago, it's still a relatively low interest rate. Now, here's something that we want to keep an eye on as well. And that is price reductions. Now, first and foremost, I want to say this. In general, we've been in such a long seller's market that when we've seen price reductions, it's typically because a seller has listed their home higher than what the market value is. You know, with so many buyers out there that are ready, able, and willing, and they're competing for great homes, what's been happening is homes are getting competition and they're selling above ask. But sometimes sellers get greedy and they say, wow, my neighbor listed their home for let's just say 1.6 million and they got 2.3. I want to just list at 2.3, but 2.3 isn't really in line where the market value is. And it always works against the seller because buyers are not stupid. There's so much information available today on the internet with agents. Buyers don't like greed, right? They're willing to compete against other buyers for what they perceive as value, but they don't like greed. So we're going to dive in a little bit to some of the price changes that have occurred in the month of June. So in Toluca Lake, there was 20 price reductions. In Studio City, there was 29 price reductions. In Sherman Oaks, there was 126 price reductions. And I want to kind of pause because I want to make sure this is not being taken out of context. I'm not talking about in the last 30 days. I'm talking from June of 2021 to June of 2022. So for a full year, 360 days, let's go over that again. In 360 days, there was only 20 price reductions in Toluca Lake. In the last 360 days, there was only 29 price reductions in Studio City. The last 365 days, only 126 price reductions in Sherman Oaks. 127 price reductions in Encino over the last year. Santa Monica only had 74 price reductions over the last year. Brentwood only had 62 over the last year, and Beverly Hills only had 76 over the last year. So again, when you look at the totality and full volume, that's not a lot of price reductions, and 9 times out of 10 it's happening because sellers are overpricing their homes. So hopefully this information is helpful to you. And as I start to get back into market updates every month and you watch along, you're really going to be able to see a gauge of where the market is headed. Because again, we're in a very strong seller's market. We don't have a lot of inventory. Things are selling quickly. And if you're buying, interest rates are still relatively lower than they have been historically. For a great example, when I purchased my first property, my interest rate, I think, was 6.5%. And right now it's like low fives. And depending on your price point, there are loan products out right now with jumbo loans that are doing the ARMs. So you can have a 5-year fix at maybe somewhere between 3.75 and 4.25 for 5 years. And then anytime we start to see this level off and rates come down a little bit, you could just refinance out of that. You don't want to bank on that 100%, but 9 times out of 10, you can do a refinance. So something to think about. If you need to bounce anything off of somebody, need to try to figure out what's your next move. Maybe you're struggling with the idea of selling. Where do you go? Or you think you might need to do a lot of work to get your home ready to sell. Happy to have a chat with you just to help you out. I do have in the link below my calendar, so you can get on my calendar there. You also... if you want to keep track of your equity in your home, there is a link below to just register there and get your address in, and you'll start to get a monthly update on your equity increase and how much you're paying down and what that spread is, which is really important to know because at the end of the day, your home is one of your largest assets and you should really be keeping track of the value. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully today's information has been helpful to you. And again, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please take a moment to click that subscribe button and the bell for updates. More great things in store for you. See you next.